Alright lads, Imperial Bodybuilding here. I bring you the latest bodybuilding news from around the planet, and in today's show we have some massive news lads. Coming from Romania, our first look at Samson Dauda, your current reigning Olympia champion at 6 weeks out. Has he improved lads? What do you think? In my first impression, conditioning. He looks like he could step on stage in 2 weeks. This is probably the best Samson. In fact, this is the best Samson that we've seen going into the Olympia. Initial thoughts, has he put on size? Absolutely not. But I'm not looking at the size. Samson didn't need to put on the size. I think the feedback from the judges was condition. And Samson is looking absolutely polished, absolutely conditioned. We're seeing details here in the hamstrings that we've not seen before, nowhere near at 6 weeks out. From the back double, do I think he's improved? No. This is where he can be exposed. The back lat spread is crazy. I think the back lat spread's improved so much, but where he's going to be exposed is the back double. But this is Samson now. He's looking a lot more polished, a lot more Sean Roden-esque. I'm seeing details in the quads, I'm seeing details in the chest, even in the arms where Samson lacked before. I think he's improved. I do think intricately, guys. His problem was the thick skin. He could never really dial in that condition. But Samson stated time and time again that he doesn't need more size, that the judges have told him, you need to be conditioned. What a marvellous poser Samson is. He's the best poser, along with Hadi. He's the most complete poser, the most accomplished poser in the IFBB. He's looking very classical here. That's what sticks out, but I've seen other commentators saying that he looks flat. Lads, he's 6 weeks out. He's not going to be blasting full to get on stage against Nick Walker and Hadi Choopan. Samson didn't need any more size. He was the biggest guy. Let's be honest, he's the biggest bodybuilder since Rami. He didn't need to add size, especially against the likes of Hadi, against the likes of Derek, who aren't mass monsters. Samson's sheer goal for this Olympia is to come in conditioned. Is he still huge? Absolutely. He's still going to be the biggest guy on the stage. And let's not forget, Samson's like 5'11", 6 foot. So he's going to bring the awe factor. What I think Samson needs to do is bring the condition, and I think he's done it. Look at the details in the quads. The lats have improved massively. The front lat spread is his biggest improvement. I think he's looking absolutely crazy. Lads, let me know. Has Samson Dauda, as you can see in the lat spread here, he's improved massively. The conditioning is crazy, and I think he's the front runner going into the Olympia. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Let's argue this one out, because I'm hearing that he's flat, that he's underwhelming. Not for me. I think he's massively improved and he's coming to do damage. Overall, I'm very impressed with Samson Dauda. Now moving on in other news, we have an update from Nick Walker. It's not a physique update, but it's an Instagram post. Nick says, top 3 is safe, top 3 is respectable. But you weren't built for safe or respectable. You were built for greatness. Every rep, every ounce of sacrifice, every day you refused to break. It was all fuel for this moment. You bled for this, suffered for this, kept going when most would have folded. That doesn't earn you a spot, that earns you the crown. I think what Nick is saying here, quite simply, is Nick Walker believes in his mind, his camp believes that he is coming for the Olympia title. Nick is looking, every time I see him, yeah, this picture's got a filter on it, but for me, he brings something that no one else brings. I keep talking about the freak factor. He's the only one in my mind. I mean, you look at the adductor shot here, you look at the hamstrings. Nick is bringing the level of freakiness that nobody else is going to bring, not even come close to. This Olympia is going to come down to what the judges are looking for. What are the judges looking for? Is it structure in Samson? Is it completeness in Hadi? Or is it just freakiness, conditioning, graininess, absolute aggression in Nick Walker's physique? That's why I can't say where it's going to go. I mean, look, we see this recent update on Nick, and I want to say this as well. Some of you, I've been comparing Nick's arms to the great Ronnie Coleman. Let's see his arms, and go and compare his arms to Ronnie's arms. Nick Walker has some of the best arms on the planet. His lats have definitely improved, and it goes on and makes his waist look smaller. If he can execute his waist and keep it in check, this is a very dangerous bodybuilder going into the Olympia. I don't know, what's your thoughts, lads? There's so many people that hate Nick Walker. There's so many people that love Nick Walker. I'm a fan. I love the freak factor. I love just the aggression, the bald head, that Thanos look. You know, we turn from the back and we were just speaking about Samson's weakness. This is where Nick Walker is going to expose Samson, not just from the upper body, from the width, from the detail to the thickness, but also the lower body, the conditioning, the density, the graininess, and the hamstrings and the glutes. Nick Walker, he's on track. In other news, as you know, we spoke about Urs Kalasinski going into the Open, and now it seems as though Raymondino has also decided to jump into the Open. A very recent interview on a podcast suggests that he will be doing the Open. I know Seaborn went into the Open, but I just don't think that a lot of these guys know what it takes to actually be an open bodybuilder. It takes more than just being a classic guy. It's like Nick Walker. Nick Walker could never just go back into classic. He hasn't got the shape.
The category and moved up to open. I thought it was really brave of him, something I would never do at any point. But after he went, it kind of made me want to do it too. I said, hey, if he thinks he can do it, then I can too, you know? Me, I'm already sure that I'm going to do it, yes. Before, I wasn't so sure, but now I'm certain that open will be the next step. Of course, after...
That doesn't mean it's next year. It's just the next step.
Of course, I want to follow my plan to become classic champion and stay there for a few years, but soon enough, we'll be moving on to open.
So his strategy is quite clear. He wants to win a few Olympias in classic and then go into the Open. But lads, let me tell you now, I mean, I've done men's physique, and I wanted to go into classic physique, but your physique is determined by your genetics. Look at Jordan Hutchinson. Jordan Hutchinson is a third-tier pro, and he's an absolute behemoth. He comes in absolute massive. Look at the quads. Like, this is a different level to classic. One does not just simply transition. Just because you're an amazing classic physique competitor doesn't mean that you can just go into the Open and expect to win. You've got the likes of Jordan Hutchinson, Quint Beastwood, Sergio Oliva Jr., Joe Palacios. These guys are not only veterans, but look at Joe Palacios here. This is a night and day difference between someone like Urs Kalasinski and what is required to step up. It's a genetic thing. It's your genetic makeup. So let me know what you think, lads. Can these classic guys go into the Open and dominate? In other news, we have an update from good Vito, who I know a lot of people accuse him of putting filters on his pictures, but in my mind, he looks absolutely incredible. Like this physique, the front double bicep is flawless, not just from the upper body, but from the lower body as well. And if we're talking lower bodies, who in the IFBB Pro League has better quads, separation, details than good Vito? I'll wait. You tell me. He's 8 weeks out, and I think this guy can be extremely dangerous. Yeah, he needs to polish his back poses, maybe the side poses and his conditioning. But this guy, for the future, he's 28, 29 years old. He's a serious threat for top 3 in the next 2-3 years. So let me know what you think. Samson Dauda, lads, has he made the improvements necessary, required to win the Olympia? And can these classic guys go into the Open and dominate? Let me know what you thought, and let's get into discussion. If you haven't already, leave a like, a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. We're 6 weeks out, lads. Getting exciting.